Hey everybody. So this is Kit here. I'm not wearing the hat today because the others requested that I not wear it. So if they wanted to come out, our hair wouldn't be a mess. It's a little floofy today, but it's a little humid, so that happens. So we'll just wait until people start to get here and then we'll get started. So just as soon as people start showing up, we will begin. And if nobody shows up, well, then I'll just talk for a while, and whoever else wants to talk will talk for a while, and we'll just see how it goes. Hi there. How are you doing today? I'm doing all right. We're finally pretty much over the flu, so that's good. Just a little bit of residual. Um, Other than that, just working on setting up some new routines because we're trying to get more fit and get our body as healthy as we can. Been doing push-ups and going on walks and bike rides, all that good stuff. Oh yes, it's very good. And found some great new recipes. So we've been working on some new food items that are good and healthy and delicious. Made some yummy breakfast cookies the other day. Those were really good. And just, kind of taking it easy and planning out videos for next week and the week after because we came up with some cool ideas and we just need to do some research and set up the items that we're going to need to do them. So that should be cool. What are you up to today? Hello. I'm doing all right. How are you? Oh, yeah. If it's 8 p.m. where you are, there's not a lot to do. It's only 11:03 a.m. here. So that does make a difference. You're at the end of your day, we're at the beginning of ours. Sorry you're exhausted. That's no fun. But thank you. I really appreciate that. Any particular reason why so exhausted? I mean, have you not been sleeping well? Or just life being busy and hectic? Yeah, I can understand that. We get that too every once in a while where just not getting enough sleep and things are so busy that we just get wiped out. So definitely can relate. Things are going pretty good. We're pretty much completely over the flu now. Working on getting healthy, exercise and eating right. and all that good stuff, want to get more in shape. Um, we've been planning out videos for the next couple of weeks because these are ones that are going to take a little bit more research and planning to set them up because we need some different props and different things like that to showcase some different items that can be used for self-care and grounding and things like that. Otherwise, things are going pretty good. My daughter's doing well in school, so that's nice. She's not struggling as much as she was before, so that's certainly good. Hello. Yeah. So I'm not wearing my hat today because it's Kit for anybody who wasn't sure. Because the others asked that I not wear it since it's a little humid today, and as you can see, our hair is very curly this morning. So that if anybody else wanted to show up, we don't look quite so unkempt and messy. Hat hair is not really a favorite of everyone. Awesome. Well, welcome to the stream. Glad you're able to be here. And definitely, we've got some new stuff planned, and hopefully, everybody will like them. We're planning on doing a couple of videos about different items that you can use for grounding, so definitely keep an eye out for those for anybody who's interested in that. And other than that, we're just playing it by ear on whatever topic anybody happens to come up with. Sorry about that. Had a little catch in my throat there. Yeah. It's easy to feel positive and motivated when you're not sick anymore, and you're just glad to not be sick anymore. Because I'm really glad to not be sick anymore. That was horrible. But yeah, definitely hope you guys will all enjoy it, and glad you think it'll be great. Awesome. Um, sorry if I seem a little spacey. I've got lots of other people leaning in, being like, I want to know what's going on too. So I'm a little, ooh. Ooh, that's a good one. We'll definitely have to pull up some different resources for that. I'm sure that the kids up here can come up with lots of ideas. Yeah, breathing through your nose is a wonderful thing that you never realize how much you like it until you can't do it. Having a stuffy nose is horrible, especially when you're trying to sleep, because then your throat gets dry and you get woken up because you can't breathe properly because your whole mouth is sticking together. It's really not very fun. Ooh. Yeah, the spacey feeling is always just really weird for me personally because it feels like I'm here and not here at the same time, and it's very disconcerting, to be honest. And it's not been a super active day, but anytime we're doing anything that involves talking to people, there's always a lot of people leaning in to chime in to the conversation, either just wanting to see what's going on or wanting to be part of the conversation or just making comments, sometimes incredibly unhelpful comments, but comments. Oh no. That must have been an awkward conversation. Yeah, we run into the problem of having to make sure that we don't say we instead of I when talking to people who aren't aware of the DID. That's a mood. Or having to watch with the littles that, if they're out, that they're not making a spectacle that might cause undue attention. We don't need somebody coming over and, being awkward or unpleasant to small children. So, they've had to learn how to be mindful that we're in public. As much as we don't like that, it's unfortunately something we have to do because otherwise we've had people be less than kind. So, eh. Yeah, I can imagine that tends to draw looks. A lot of times, our littles will do things like see something and proceed to very sweetly beg my husband to let us get it. Or if they get really excited, sometimes jump up and down and squeal. But we've had to work on the, you know, inside voice and, let's not be too loud in the middle of the toy store. Yeah, it's hard to remember not to say we because you're not just you, there's everyone else involved too. So it can be difficult to remember that one. And having a child, I can't really avoid toy stores. They're a thing. It's going to happen from time to time. That and every grocery store that we go to seems to have a toy section. I'm not really sure why, but they all do. And then it becomes a thing. At least on the bright side, we've managed to convince the littles that we don't have endless supplies of money and we cannot buy every toy that everybody wants. So that's nice at least. Yeah, the ear piercing squeal of I don't even know how they make that noise. I cannot make that noise. I don't know how children make that high pitched squealing noise. I don't understand that noise. I don't know how they do it. Yeah, it's a hard one not to say, isn't it? Oh yeah, we used to have that problem about the mysterious items in the shopping cart, but we had that conversation about we can only buy what's on the list unless we're here to buy toys. We're not buying any toys. Yeah, it's interesting because having littles, it's like you take on like an authoritative role, almost like a parent or an older sibling to the younger kids a lot of the time. And being a parent myself, I have a tendency to just take on that, talking to them like I would talk to them if they were my kid, simply because that's the way I'm used to talking to a small child. And I've actually always done that with them. I don't know. I think I'm just very parental. They don't seem to mind, so I suppose it's okay. Yeah, not everybody does. It's definitely something that only some kids do, but that squeal is a pitch I don't know how to make. She does know about everybody to an extent. She doesn't know exactly what happened to us, just that bad things happened and that's why we are the way we are. But she has met several of the others and interacted with them. And some of the littles actually come out and play with her on a fairly frequent basis just because they like her. So, yeah, she's well aware that they exist, just not the fine points of why, which we figure that's a conversation for when she is much, much older, because small children don't need to be burdened with that kind of knowledge. at all. Yep. That's funny. Some people are just very parental. I I have a tendency to have to remind myself not to do that with other people because I will unintentionally, you know, hand people napkins or things. Like my husband has run into this too with his coworkers. Somebody will have forgotten a fork or something and he'll go grab it and hand it to them and they're like, "You're such a parent." And he laughs because you just get into the habit of doing these things and you don't think about it. You forget, "Oh, hey, that's another adult. I don't need to hand them a napkin." Yeah. Hey, I mean, as long as nobody minds the parental affection and behavior, I suppose it's not a bad thing. It's just one of those things that seems to make a lot of people laugh, especially people who don't have kids, because they don't really understand how easily you slip into that mode, whether they're outside kids or inside kids. You're around other people and you're just thinking, I need to take care of this. This needs to get done. Oh, hey, look, that person needs something. It becomes a habit. Ah, glasses are falling off. That's another one that always amuses me is that a lot of the others like to take off my glasses because they don't necessarily need them as much as I do. They can't read without the glasses, but they don't necessarily need them to see. But it's always interesting when I come back and it's like, where are my glasses? I'm blind. So we've had to have the conversation about please put them in the shirt pocket so that at least I can figure out where you put them. We've had things get lost on more than one occasion because somebody put it somewhere, forgot where they put it, and then nobody knew where it was. We've had clothes and dishes disappear that way. No idea what happened to them. Yeah, definitely. The child proofing your life is that's an interesting one because people don't really think about how many things around you probably aren't great for children until you have to think about these things. Like we have a rule for our littles that, depending on how old they are, you know, they can use the microwave or the toaster if they're able to, but they cannot use the stove because we don't want somebody to accidentally burn something or catch something on fire. We've also had to have the fun conversation about a little being out and going, how do I wash this off? I don't know how to do the dishes. And then we have to explain step by step how to do the dishes. So that's always an interesting conversation. Even more interesting is when I'm out here and suddenly I get a lot of bleed through from one of the littles, and now I can't remember how to do the dishes or tie my shoes or read or write or whatever it is that particular day. That's always rather entertaining because then I'm talking to everybody else going, hey, does anybody else remember how to do this? Yeah. Forgetting how to read at a moment's notice is really annoying. It's not a fun thing. Yeah, glasses can be hard to keep track of if you take them off. That's definitely sure. Yeah, I agree about it's a bad game of telephone because things get garbled and you're trying to explain it. It's like I don't know if any of you guys have ever done this, but when we were in school, we had this little experiment assignment thing that we had to do where it was that you had to explain how to make a peanut butter sandwich, and you never realize the things that you just take for granted knowing how to do until you're trying to explain it to somebody who supposedly doesn't know how to do it at all, and then you're watching them follow your steps and realizing, oh, I completely forgot to say use this or do that. Like with the peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you say put the peanut butter on the bread, so they stick their hand in the jar and smear it all over the bread, and you realize I forgot to tell them to use a knife. It's like that. You realize I forgot to tell them that they needed to use hot water, or I forgot to tell them that they needed to wash that on this setting, or oh dear, that's not where that goes. Yeah, that's yeah, that's a it's a fun conversation to have where it's how do I do this? Oh, well, you do it like this. Oh, wait, I forgot to say that. Well, do this too. It gets rather entertaining, to say the least. I mean, I suppose life is never boring, at least, right? Yeah, Berserker was just commenting internally that yes, it certainly isn't boring. Granted, there were more swear words in there, but, I don't think I need to repeat those. Oh, yeah. We have various system members who are less technologically adept, and we try to be nice about it, but we do chuckle from time to time about the how do you do this, and you're going really okay, sure, I'll explain. Like Marie, for instance, it has taken her a very long time to learn how to use our phone because for the longest time she had absolutely no idea how to do anything other than turn it on and answer a phone call, and even that took a little while. But doing anything on the internet, that can be a bit of a trip because somebody is out and going, "How do I do this? How do I send that? How does this work?" Yeah, yeah, that's a hard one. We have a couple of system members who are stuck as well, and that can be a really difficult thing to try to explain why the world is so different now. It definitely takes some adjustment. That's for sure. Ooh, little spacey. Yeah, that's a thing with kids. I mean, not all kids, obviously, but a lot of kids, for whatever reason, seem to be really good at figuring out technology. I don't know what that is. Like, my daughter, when she was 2, got a hold of my phone and figured out how to open my phone and go listen to music on my phone. And I'm like, how did you do that? What? No, no, how? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love the old Pokemon games. We still have a Game Boy Color, though we have to replace the batteries in the actual cartridges, which apparently you can do. We have a friend who's a big gamer who knows how to do all that stuff, but we have to replace them because we can't save anymore. But yeah, I love those games. They were so much fun. I've actually showed them to my daughter a couple of times, and she thought they were actually pretty cool to play. So that was cool, at least. Get to share some stuff. Yep, we have Pokemon Gold, I think is the one we have, and Silver. Yep. But yeah, we have a friend. He has pretty much every game system ever made, and he was telling us that there's actually a small battery inside the cartridges that you can replace. That they'll save again once you replace that battery. So that's at least cool. Eventually, we're going to take him the cartridges and have him show us how to do that because I don't want to break it because I don't think I can afford to replace it. Those things are expensive now. It's amazing how stuff from when we were kids is now considered a collector's item and it's really expensive. Like some of the Nintendo 64 games, dear goodness. There's a couple of them that were like some of our favorites that are a couple $100 now. And I'm going, dear God, it wasn't anywhere near that expensive when it was new. Oh, yeah. Yeah, ours are in pretty good condition. We've always been pretty conscientious about taking care of our stuff. But, that's largely because we didn't want anything to happen to the things that we were allowed to keep. But that's a whole nother thing. Anyway, yeah, like we really, really wanted the Pokemon Stadium game from the Nintendo 64. It's like $300. I was like, what the heck? Who spends $300 on a Nintendo cartridge? That's insane. Oh, thank you. I still really want that game though. I guess I'll have to wait till it gets cheap again. Yeah, it's nuts. Some of them are insane. It took us forever to find a copy of Super Mario 64 that wasn't insanely expensive. Thankfully, we found somebody who was selling it for cheap and we were able to get it, but dang, a lot of people wanted like $150 or more. I'm going, good grief. That's more than the games cost for the new systems. Are you kidding? We have not played any of the Animal Crossing games. I've heard a lot about them, but we have to be careful about playing games that don't have end points because we can get really drawn in and then forget to do things like get up and eat something or get a drink of water. So, yeah, we kind of have to have games that you can save and stop and put it down. And it doesn't just keep having new things to do constantly. Yeah, it's a difficult one. I'm sorry you guys had problems with that too. It's not fun. It's why I actually only have like 2 games on my phone. And I'm careful not to be on them too much because I know how easy it is to get sucked into that. It's also why I made it so that all of the games are set up so that you can't spend any money because that's a thing too. No, nobody wants to spend like $300 on a game and go, "Oh God, how did I spend all that money?" Yeah, we had that happen once. It was bad. Ugh. Mm. Hi guys, it's Marie. I wanted to come talk, so now I'm going to. Oh damn, but I need the glasses to read. Fine. Okay. But yeah, Kit was like talking about like spending a lot of money on phone games. We had somebody who like hacked our account. I like don't even know how people do that, but like they hacked it and they spent like $500 of our mom's money and she was like super pissed. It was bad. It was like really bad. We had to like get a new account. It was like a nightmare. Just hi and yeah, yikes. It was bad. Like super not okay. Yeah, I was like really bored standing in there, just like watching the conversations. I was like, okay, my turn. I'm gonna talk now. Berserker's laughing at me. She thinks it's funny how much I like to talk to people, apparently. Rude, but whatever. Yeah, it's nice to see you guys too. I love talking to people, okay? Like I'm totes not trying to be like mean, but like I share a headspace with a lot of people. And like they're great and all, but sometimes you want to talk to somebody else that you don't see every second of the day. It's like, really, I just want to talk to other people sometimes. Yeah, we have that happen a lot, actually, where it's like, oh, hey, I want to say something. And then somebody just like shows up and says whatever it is they want to say because, we're kind of bad about remembering that we're supposed to ask first. But hey, at least I let him know I wanted to say something before I just showed up. Yeah, like one of the really, I mean, like looking back at it, it's funny. It wasn't funny at the time, but like one of the really funny in the past ones was Kit was eating, I think it was like chicken with like tomato sauce or something, and like it fell on his lap. And he was like, aw, sad, disappointed. And his husband was like, oh, what happened? And Kit goes to say, oh, it fell off the fork and I'm sad. But Berserker decided to chime in because, well, at the time, she didn't have the greatest relationship with Kit's husband. It was kind of a thing. They were kind of at each other. But so Berserker responded and she's like, it fell off the effing fork. What the F do you think happened, dumbass? And I was like, wow, okay, that was a little much. And Kit was like, oh my God. And he was mortified. And now it's funny because, it's been long enough that now it's funny. But at the time it was just kind of bad. Or like I cannot tell you the number of times one of us has gone to say something to somebody and then somebody else answers. It's like, hello, I was trying to say something. Or more than one person answers at the same time and then it turns into nonsense. I don't even know what the hell that was supposed to mean, kind of words that just no. Like conversations are hard, okay? They are. Because like everybody has to have an opinion and wants to say something and like ah yeah, it is kind of embarrassing. It's like, oh my God, I cannot believe that just came out of our mouth. Just pretend that we died and are going to fall in a hole now. Yeah, definitely. Like the worst one, like ever, in my opinion, is like you're in the middle of a conversation and it's like a serious conversation and somebody says something and somebody else thinks it's funny and they laugh. And you're like, oh God, that was not what I was trying to do. I wasn't laughing at you, I swear. And yeah, no, that's like really embarrassing and awkward because then they get upset and then you have to try to figure out how to explain it without explaining it. Yeah, it's like, no, no, thank you. Or, oh, like legit real badness is like you're trying to say something to somebody and somebody says something else and it's insulting. That's bad. That's yeah, we've had to talk our way out of a couple of problems because of that. Mm. Yeah, it's like legit bad. It's like, oh my God, can I just crawl into a hole and die? because like I'm so embarrassed. I think I'm gonna just like cease to exist now. Like if I could be invisible, I would do it. Oh my god. If I got stuck in a room with just 7 movies for 100 years, I would legit die. Okay? Like, I would go, like, totes insane. I would, like, not be able to function if I had to watch the same 7 movies over and over again. That would be awful. And yeah, like, oh my god, it's so funny. Like, Kit's daughter, she's such a cute little munchkin, but, like, Kit was talking about a VHS tape, and she looks at him and goes, "What's a VHS tape?" And he's like, "Oh my god, we're old." It was so funny. I laughed because it's true. Like kids don't know what VHS tapes are or VCRs or like a cassette tape, and I'm like, "Oh my god, when did we get old? This is like not okay." Yeah, it's like, "Oh wow." Oh god. Like, Kit saw this thing online and I saw it and I was like, "Oh, that is, like, hysterical." So, this guy had a floppy disk, right? And his kid asked him how he 3D printed the save icon from Word. And I was like, "Oh, wow." Kids legit don't even get that that's, like, why that looks like that is because it was how you saved stuff. Because now everybody just uses those little flash drive thingies. I'm like really bad at computers. So, like, I don't actually know how to use a flash drive, but like, I'm sure I could probably figure it out if like Kit sat down and taught me. But like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Like, you realize that like these kids, they don't know what any of this stuff is. And you're like, oh my God. Like, everything I know about everything is old and outdated. What happened? Yeah, it's like, wow. Like, we still have a Nintendo 64, like Kit was saying earlier, and like a lot of kids have no idea what a cartridge is for a game. And like I'm just going, "Oh my god. How do you even explain what a cartridge is to someone?" Cuz there's no way you can explain that without a picture. Yeah. And like honestly, I think CDs are worse than like tapes because you can't scratch a tape, okay? Yeah, maybe the tape can wear out and break, but like you breathe on that CD wrong and you've scratched it and now it skips and it doesn't play right, or you get a fingerprint on it and it doesn't work right. CDs suck. So, like, I am really glad that, like, now you can watch stuff by just like going on the remote and like going to like Netflix or whatever it is and then clicking on it because I just can't with CDs. I just can't. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't actually know how to use a printer either. I don't think I ever needed to. Hmm. Maybe I'll have to learn how to do that eventually. Oh yeah, I never had a tape get unwound before. Like, how does that happen? Did it like malfunction or something? Like, how do you unwind a tape? That sounds horrible and like a mess everywhere. Oh, faulty player. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Hello. Never heard that song. Maybe we'll have to listen to it. I mean, why not? We like music. Is it like a pop song or like hip hop or like country? What kind of song is it? Because like I don't do rap or country. Oh, it's from a movie? Okay, well then we'll just have to listen to it and see. But yeah, I cannot with rap music. I just can't. It's like either talk or sing, like pick one. Okay? Like if other people like it, like that's fine, but I'm like really just like pick a thing. I mean, I don't mind like hip hop because like they're actually singing, but it's like, oh my god, pick a thing. And like country, I just can't with country. It's like, I'm sorry, but like first, I don't want to listen to the twang, and second, so much country music is so whiny. It's like, oh my god, stop. Like when people were like super into Taylor Swift's old stuff, I was like, please just like, no. I cannot listen to one more song about some girl complaining about how some guy doesn't love her. Okay? I cannot. Hello. Oh, cool. I'm sure we could probably find it on YouTube. Like, well, I'm sure Kit can probably find it because, like, I'm a little bit technologically not great at doing that, but that's okay. Like, I can type really slowly. Like, I legit hunt and peck. Okay. I'm like really slow at typing. Kit can type like way faster than me. But, I mean, he's not like an expert typist. What's the word for that? I don't know. But yeah, he can at least type fast enough to write stuff like this century, and I cannot. I have not heard a song where they said they were like jackrabbits, but that does sound like super annoying. Or like some of the new songs that are out where the whole song is literally this them just saying like one word or two words, just like over and over with some music. It's like that's not a song, okay? Why is this popular? No. Ah, okay. I guess, but like we're technically a millennial and like no. Okay? Like I like bubblegum pop as much as the next person, but like there's a difference, okay? I like some Ariana Grande, but like not all of it. Like certain songs. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, Kit wants to like take a class on how to get better at typing someday, and I'm like, okay, sure, whatever. Why not? Okay. Have a good day. Bye bye. Yeah, like I like some of like the 80s music, okay, and like the 90s music because like that's what we grew up with. But like some of the songs that it's just like nonsense, I'm like, why? How is this a song? This doesn't even make sense. What are you talking about? Oh yeah, like the little touch screen things on phones. Yeah. I am like really bad at using those. Like I am constantly hitting the wrong letter and I'm like, "Oh my God. Really? Stop." But yeah, like when kids are like on the phone and you're like, "No, no, no, you're going to break it." Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah. A lot of our littles are like way better at using the phone than like me. I'm like, "Oh, look, hey, I typed a thing and it actually worked. Cool." And they're like typing out stuff and going to like approved places on the internet because we don't let them have free reign on the internet because they're children and oh my God, the internet is a bad place. But yeah, they're like going to these websites and like looking up unicorns and painting and whatever, and I'm like, how did you even do that? Like I would have took like 20 minutes and you did it in like 20 seconds. Oh my God. Yeah, yeah, like you don't want them to break their fingers either because ow. Also, like aren't phone screens made of glass? So if you broke the phone screen with your finger, that would like cut your finger and that would be like really bad. Like glass hurts, okay? No thank you. We actually have to like go get our phone screen replaced because we accidentally dropped it and like the screen is cracked. So we got to go do that. And we like our phone has what's that thing called? Like a stylus. That's it. It's a stylus, and our phone has one, and it fell and broke. So we have to get that replaced too. But yay, phone insurance because we have like super awesome phone insurance because we're like really good at breaking phones. Like we don't do it on purpose, but like it's bad. We had like three phones fall in the toilet because they got knocked off the counter. It was bad. And one got like waterlogged because we went to Disneyland and we went on that ride, Splash Mountain. We went on Splash Mountain and it got like full of water and it died. It was really bad. Okay, I got the tempered glass part because like I know what that is, but what in the heck is a pressure differential or an electric charge differential? Is that English? Because like I'm confused. I don't I don't speak technology. Could you like explain what in the hell that is? Because like I'm so confused. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. I don't know. I was like, touch screens are flipping amazing. Woo. I have no idea how they work. So that's really cool. Like now we actually know why it's a touch screen. But like, I don't know. As far as I knew, it was like freaking magic or something. So there we go. I don't know. I'm like really bad at technology, guys. Like it's a thing. Oh my god, that's funny. Hi, Jen. Yeah, we don't have cats like out here because like Kit's really allergic to them. We do have dogs though, and like our golden retriever puppy can activate the touchscreen on the computer with her tongue because she likes to lick things and she like licks the computer and then it like brings stuff up and we're like, no, no, I'm trying to do something. Stop. Yeah, it's really special. Yeah, she's a sweet puppy and like we love her, but it's like, oh my God, stop licking everything and stop bringing in rocks. You can't eat rocks. They're not food. Puppies are like stupid sometimes. I don't know. Yeah, it is. It's like a flippant superpower. She's like, oh my God, hey, look, I'm just gonna like lick the screen. And oh, look, now your screen has been dimmed and you don't know how to fix it because you don't know how she did it. Yeah, Kit had to spend like 20 minutes fixing the settings on our computer screen. And I'm like, yeah, don't ask me. I have no idea. I don't even know how the damn thing works. So there we go. Sorry, I try not to swear. I really do. Because, like, just in case any, like, little kids are listening, but I forget sometimes. Yeah, dog slobber is gross. Yeah, I know. It's like, why do they want to eat rocks? It's a rock. It's not food. It's a rock. Oh, yeah. We had cats when we were younger, and they used to like, because we didn't have a laptop, we had a desktop, and they used to like run over the top of the keyboard, and then you've got like nonsense in the middle of the paper you're trying to write for school. You're like, really? Why? Yeah. Oh, sorry. Kaylee was just talking to me, and she's saying that she likes to lay on top of things that are warm, so she can understand why they would want to lay on top of them because they're warm. But like, I don't care. Get off the computer. I don't know. Kids, puppies, they all want to put everything in their mouth. It's like, what the heck? Like, Kit is constantly having to tell his daughter to like not chew on her clothes or her hair or the remote for the TV. She chewed on the stylus for Kit's husband's 3DS, and now we have to get a new one. Like, I know it's because like she's got like an oral like stim thing, so she likes to chew. But it's like, hello, that's why we bought you this chewy jewelry stuff. Like, go chew on that. Don't chew on the remote. Yeah, I mean, like, I get that it's warm, but like, it's also really dusty a lot of the time because like cleaning keyboards is like hard. Okay, unless you have like that whatever that spray is. I don't even know. But yeah, no, I wouldn't want to put my face on that. It's dirty. Yeah, I guess it's a way to like explore things, but like, why with your mouth? Like, ew, you're gonna get something gross in there. Oh, it's compressed air. Okay. I didn't know. I do know that like the what's it called? Like the cold spray stuff for computers. I don't know. But like I do know from seeing a lady on the bus when we were going to college that apparently if you huff that stuff your hair will fall out. Like, we never did it, but, like, this lady, like, legit, her hair was coming out in clumps, and I was like, "Oh my god, I feel so bad for you. Please go get rehab or something." Yeah, I guess kids and animals don't get the whole germs thing. Because, like, oh my god, when Kit's daughter was little, we had a dog that had been astray and, like, could not get how to use the bathroom outside, and Kit's daughter legit walked up to him holding dog poop. It was disgusting. I walked very far away from that entire situation. I was like, "Nope, sorry, not doing this, no." So, yeah, Kit said he took it away from her and made her wash her hands a lot. But, like, ew, why? Just no. Yeah, I don't know. Kids do gross things sometimes. Like, I totes love the little munchkin. She's very cute. But, like, I'm glad I'm not in charge of being the parent because just, ew. Okay. Sometimes kids are gross. Like, they're cute and, like, wonderful, but, like, I'm the kind of person that I like to be able to give them back when they're not cute anymore. Like, you know, like when babies need a diaper change. It's like, here, not my job. I like to basically be like the fun person who like takes them out for ice cream or like takes them to the amusement park. I like to do the fun things. I don't want to do the other things. I like to be like the fun auntie. So it's like almost noon here. Wow. Yeah, it's like, no, done. Sorry, not my job. I don't want to. Yeah, that's always funny because you're like, you have no idea how true that statement is. But like, kids are like really perceptive and like sometimes they notice switches more easily than like adults do. Cause like, we've run into kids who like could tell that it was a legit different person talking to them. And it was like, wow, okay. That's like super creepy. How did you do that? Yeah, it's like, oh wow, just no. Oh yeah, animals. Animals are really good at that too. Like Kit has a bird. It's like a conure. It's like a little parrot thing. And this bird loves him. This bird hates me. He bit me. Like I was just trying to feed him a treat and he bit me. If I try to talk to him, he tries to bite me. The bird does not like me. The dogs like me. The bird does not like me. But like the dogs respond differently depending on which of us is out here. Like with the kids, they're like way more excited. And with those of us who are like adults or teenagers, they're like way more like, I guess, calm. Oh, and like something that we noticed that's like super weird and kind of cool is like if one of us puts on like cologne or perfume or something like that that smells, or like a lotion with a smell, it smells different depending on which one of us is out here. Like, you know how everybody, like, perfume smells different on everybody? Yeah, like, legit, when one of us, like, shows up, it smells different. It's interesting. I don't actually know how that works, but it's interesting. Yeah, some people are really good at figuring it out. But I mean, then again, it also like depends on whether or not you know that they have DID or OSDD or whatever. And if you don't know, because like people who don't know usually don't think about it. Like they just figure you're moody or weird or something. Yeah. Like we've had people that had like no idea at all. And other people that were like, something's different here. What's going on? Yeah, definitely. Like people who know you better tend to figure it out a lot easier. If it's somebody else, they're like, hey, wait a minute. You're not the same person. Yeah, we used to do that to Kit's friends all the time, and they'd be like super confused. They're just like, okay, then. And then once like we told them about the DID, they're like, oh, that makes so much more sense now. Now I know why you do that. It's like, yeah, okay, there you go, have that. Now you know. Yeah, like scent change is like a definite thing. It's like really interesting. It's like I don't even know how it works because I'm like not sciency or whatever, but like it's like super amazing like how much the body can change depending on who's out here. It's like wow. Yeah, I get it. It's like wait, hold on. What did we do that we didn't know we did? Hold on, what? Yeah, I get that. That's like no. Oh yeah, I get it. People used to do that with us a lot too. They're like, "You're so moody," and it's like, "No, not really." But like, thanks for being super rude. I mean, like, sometimes we can be moody, I guess, but like, can't anybody be moody? But like, it's not really the same. You know, it is whatever. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know enough about how all that works. So I mean, that's possible. And like body temperature, like yeah, like we have different blood pressures, like depending on who's out. Like it's never really super high, but like our blood pressure can change depending on who's out, or like resting heart rate or whatever. It's like, wow, okay, cool, I guess. And like the little kids are like some of them are allergic to wool, like they get a rash. But like Kit, me, and a lot of the other like older people, like we don't get one. Like we could rub that stuff all over us and we would never have a problem. The kids get their hands in it and they've got a rash. So I don't know. Yeah, it's a little harder when you share a body because then you're like, no, I want it this temperature. And well, I want it that temperature. Well, it's too hot. Well, it's too cold. Well, yeah. We just learned to like wear a sweater if we're cold or turn on a fan if we're hot because it's electricity is expensive here, okay? So if we were constantly changing the temperature, we would like have a huge electric bill and that would be like really bad. So yeah, we just leave the thermostat alone. Yeah, we don't like change clothes a lot only because like we don't wanna. Like we could, but like we don't usually just because I don't know. It takes too much effort. But like we do with like jacket on, jacket off, hat on, hat off, things like that. But, a lot of Kit's clothes are really kind of the same anyway. So, like, most of us are just like, whatever we're wearing is fine. It's all pretty much the same. But, eventually we're going to get some clothes for the rest of us again because our body grew and now they don't fit. So, we had to get rid of them. Yeah. Yes. Like, that happens a lot. Like, I think, like, I just kind of like to argue with people sometimes, like, not like in a mean way, but like, I don't know. I just like think it's fun to like have a conversation about like what you think. And like Kit will be doing something and I'll be like, "Hey, here's like my thoughts." And they're like, "No." And other people are like, "No." And Kit's like, "No, no, that's not. No, stop it. I'm trying to do something." And he's like, "No." Ah. And then we're going back and forth and it's like, "Oh, well just sit really still and pretend we're not talking to each other." An extra straw? Why an extra straw? Like, were you arguing over who got to use it or what? And wow, imaginary friend? That's like rude. Like, I get that they don't get it, but like, wow, that's like, it's not a very nice way to put it. Oh, okay. Yeah, we do that sometimes where like somebody's eating something and we all want some, and then it's like, I want some. Well, I want some. Well, I want some too. So, like, a lot of times we'll like just like be co-conscious or like co-front so we can all share. Or like switch back and forth and be like, I get a bite and then you get a bite and then I get a bite and then you get a bite. Yeah. But that one's really exhausting. Like all of the switching back and forth. It's like, oh my God, I'm tired now. I don't really like coffee. So, like, cool. Like, Kit really likes coffee. I really don't. Like, it's bitter. Ugh. I like, how do I say this without sounding bad? Like, I like fruity alcoholic drinks and like fruity non-alcoholic drinks too. But like, if I'm gonna drink something, like, I'd rather drink like a daiquiri than a coffee. Hot cocoa's okay though. I don't like sushi. We had a really bad experience with sushi where Kit ate some sushi that was bad and we all got really sick. So, yeah, we stay away from sushi. Yeah, definitely. It's like, here, just everybody have some and then everybody's happy. But like the problem that we used to run into a lot and still sometimes do is like one person is hungry, so they go eat something, and then somebody else is hungry, so they go eat something, and then somebody else is hungry, so then they go eat something. And then it's like, oh crap, we ate like 6 cookies. Oops. So yeah, we've had to like start keeping count of how many cookies or other things there are so that we know if we've eaten some already. So we're like, wait, okay, let's not eat any more cookies because we're gonna get sick. Yeah. Cause like a cookie, 2 cookies, not a bad thing. 6 cookies, yeah, that's kind of bad. You're like gonna get a bellyache, and no. And poor Kit has had to like deal with like, have we brushed our teeth? Who brushed our teeth? Have we already done it? Has it been done more than once? Like we've had times where like we brushed our teeth like 3 times. And then it was like, ow, our mouth hurts. So yeah, that was kind of bad. So now we just be like, hey, has anybody brushed our teeth? And then somebody be like, yeah, I did it. And so then nobody else does. Because you don't want to brush your teeth 3 times in a row. It hurts. Oh my God, I'm like gonna sneeze. Hold on. Okay, no, it's like stuck or something. I don't know. Yeah. We have that happen when we're not sure if anybody's brushed our teeth. We're like, well, hold on. And then we kind of try to figure it out from there. Oh, Kit says we need to go make lunch. So we're going to have to end the stream. So yeah, definitely with washing hair too. Your hair will turn to straw if you wash it too much. It's bad. Not like literal straw, but like, you know what I mean. Yep. Bye, everybody. Have a good day and like, you know, all that stuff. Awesome. All right, now where do I hit the button? There it is. Okay. Bye, guys.